Terrain, simplification rollout. So we're going to make a terrain object here, and I got these contour lines made with spline lines. Now I'm going to go up into my command panel and go to my create, to my geometry, and go to my compound objects, and I'm going to choose one of the lines, and I'm going to go to terrain. I'm going to make sure I'm in the move, pick operands. I'll pick each one of my contour lines, and now I have a terrain model. But if I scroll down here and I go to simplification, right now I'm using no simplification. In other words, I'm using all the data points on those contour lines, all those points. If I choose to say use half the points, I'm skipping half every other point on my contour line. So it's getting simplified or dumbed down. If I say use only the quarter of the points, I get less and less points. Now why would we use this? If we have lots and lots of data points, we end up with lots of triangles. And if we don't want that much computation, we will cut it down to simplify it. So I don't have a whole lot here. I could probably simplify it to half, and it looks still fairly reasonable. I can also interpolate points times 2. So I'm actually doubling the points, or I can multiply it times 4. And this actually does more calculations based on it's trying to figure out more points in between your points on your spline lines. So I'm going to go with no simplification at all right now. And this is for horizontal. So we're just talking about the horizontal contour lines. In the vertical, of course, I have no simplification, but I also can use half of the contour lines. So in other words, every other contour line as I go up in elevation, I can only use half of those. So when I do that, I only get, in my case, I only have a few contour lines. So it's very, it makes it very steep. And I could do every fourth line if I want, but I only have about 4 lines, so I wouldn't do that in my case. So I go to simplification. I use every contour line, vertical contour line. But when I use half, I skip one and I use the next one. I skip one, I use the next one. Okay, so simplification is generally used. A lot of times we use it in our gaming terrain because we don't want that many contours. We want to simplify our number of polys.